Snow is on the way for tonight, and parts of the inland northwest will see heavy snow from Wednesday into Thursday morning.
I do not want to be killed while serving my community that I love.
Spokane Valley Fire Department is asking people to slow down and give them more space after a few close calls on Christmas Day on I-90. And health leaders announced today that a Colorado man has been infected with the COVID-19 variant that was initially reported in the UK. What we know about that new strain tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney is off tonight. As more doses of coronavirus vaccines roll out all across the country, some areas are clamping down on restrictions as infections skyrocket and hospitals start to ration care. This comes as a first case of the new COVID-19 variant in the U.S. was confirmed in a Colorado man. That variant strain was first detected in the UK. So far, nearly 336,000 Americans have died of the virus. About 2 million have been vaccinated.
Try not to congregate with large numbers of people in social settings like dinners. Try to keep it restricted to the immediate family and the immediate household.
48 states now have vaccines for patients in long-term care. Most of the 2 million vaccines administered have been to healthcare workers thus far. A question on a lot of people's minds right now is, will the COVID-19 vaccines work on this new coronavirus variant? Experts believe so, but they're now working to confirm that. Dr. Anthony Fauci said data coming in from Britain indicates the vaccines still will block the virus, but the U.S. also will do tests just to be sure. Viruses often undergo small changes as they reproduce and move through a population. The slight modifications are how scientists track the spread of a virus from one place to another. In other news tonight, the Spokane Valley Fire Department warning drivers now to slow down and give them more space on the road, especially as more snow is expected this week. That is the message after seeing too many close calls with traffic and multiple car crashes, or a multiple car crash rather, on Christmas Day. They posted this video of the scene that night on Instagram. It says firefighters witnessed several bystanders engaging in reckless and what they call stupid driving. Here's KREM 2's Amanda Rowley tonight.
Spokane Valley firefighters at Station 6 are fired up.
If you hit me or my crew, you're going to kill us.
On Christmas Day, the crew responding to this 6-vehicle crash on I-90 saw too many close calls with traffic passing by.
There's people just coming way too close. There's people, we had one person sincerely hit the cones while taking a picture of the scene. I don't want to get taken out trying to save you in a car wreck because some looky-loo decided that they weren't going to pay attention.
They posted about this on Instagram. Firefighters say drivers would also not slow down or give them extra space. Paramedic and firefighter R.W. Pega says this behavior on the road distracts crews from saving lives.
It inhibits me from providing the best care that I can to the person that was originally injured, because I'm constantly having to look over my shoulder, making sure that somebody on their phone isn't about to run me over.
Station 6 responds to many crashes due to its location and proximity to the freeway and Sprague. This is not the first time they've had to constantly look over their shoulder, but they hope this will be the last.
I can honestly say to you, we have people that are willing to risk their life for yours. But this isn't that moment, is it? On the side of the road, a car wreck, that shouldn't be the hero moment that the public is looking for us to come save you.
The message for drivers is simple. Slow down, move a lane over, and keep your phones in your pockets.
I have a family. I want to go home to them. I'm asking for your help as the public is. Please give us that space.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's switch gears for a moment to talk the weather. The inland northwest bracing for more snow heading our way. Let's get straight to meteorologist Michelle Boss to tell us how much snow we're expecting and when it's expected to arrive. Michelle?
It's going to be moving in just after midnight here in the Spokane area, just in time because the Christmas Day snow is kind of melted a little bit, iced over, not so fun to play in, so we need some fresh snow. If we're going to have the gray skies and the cold temperatures, add a little snow to that. All right, let's take a look at the timeline here. Temperatures right now in the upper 20s and remain in the upper 20s to around 30, so still below freezing during the overnight hours as that snow gets going, so should have no problem sticking to area roadways and pile up just in time for you to head out the door early tomorrow morning. Looking for a couple of inches on the ground by 8 o'clock. but then it'll continue snowing through the morning. In the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, looking for 3 to 7 inches in the lowest elevations in Spokane. We might see warm enough temperatures that we get some rain mixing in, especially in the afternoon, and that'll kind of cut off our snow as it piles up. But in those areas north of Spokane, northeast of Spokane into Idaho, better chance of that snow continuing to pile up through Wednesday afternoon and evening. Mountains are going to get slammed 10 to 16 inches in the Cascades. Snoqualmie Pass and Stevens Pass are going to be difficult to travel over starting tonight through New Year's Day. Lookout Pass also looking to get anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow. So here's a look at the winter weather advisories in purple, covering almost all the inland northwest with the heaviest snow in that area of pink with the winter storm warning, and these continue into effect until early Thursday morning. Right now, things pretty quiet, just starting to see the first hints of some snow moving over the Cascades right now. Otherwise, gray skies everywhere else. Temperatures below freezing in most spots, 27 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but 33 in Lewiston and 33 degrees in Moses Lake. Here's a look at the next 3 days. Snow for tomorrow, maybe some lingering snow showers Thursday morning, 35 degrees the next couple of days. And for New Year's Day, starting to get sloppy, rain and snow, and a high of 37.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast. Meantime, the city of Spokane gearing up for all that snowfall expected tomorrow. It's alerted its crews to be on standby, and additional crews will be called in when needed as that snow starts to accumulate. Meantime, today crews continued gearing up, or rather clearing the snow that fell back on Christmas Day and de-icing the roads. They'll be de-icing again tonight. The city will be monitoring the temperatures and the snowfall throughout the day tomorrow. So its snow response policy is to activate a full city plow once there is 4 inches or more of snow on the ground. When crews begin that 24/7 snow response, you can track their progress and where the plows are headed to next on the City of Spokane's website. Now to the latest from Washington, D.C. on the next round of stimulus checks. Americans could see direct deposit into their bank accounts as early as tonight. That's according to U.S. Secretary of Treasury Steven Mnuchin. Late yesterday, the House voted to increase the amount from $600 to $2,000, an amount that President Trump had called for. But today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked a measure to immediately bring that increase to a vote. The House voted overwhelmingly yesterday in favor of increasing the payments. Our local lawmakers, Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers of Eastern Washington and Representatives Mike Simpson and Russ Fulcher of Idaho, they all voted against that measure. Meanwhile, the Treasury Department scrambling to distribute the relief that's already been approved at $600. As far as who qualifies for the second round of stimulus checks, if your 2019 reported income was $75,000 or less, or a married couple making $150,000 combined or less, you're eligible for that one-time payment. That amount drops by $5 as your income goes up by $100. So, for example, if you make $75,100, you'll get $595. The coronavirus relief bill also set to provide loans for small businesses. The last round of PPP loans was largely unregulated and criticized for favoring big businesses. And because of that, there are some new rules this time. First, the loans are capped at $2 million per business compared to $10 million before. Applicants must have fewer than 300 employees and must prove at least a 25% drop in sales from the same time back in 2019. Unlike last time, publicly traded companies are now not eligible, and $12 billion have been set aside specifically for minority-owned businesses. Businesses can apply for this new round of PPP loans even if they received one before. In the meantime, if you'd like the latest news on the stimulus payments, Washington's relief payments, or information on unemployment, just text us the word money to 509-448-2000 and we'll send that information directly to your phone. In the latest local vaccine updates, 48 states, including Washington, now have vaccines for patients in long-term care. As of yesterday, Eastern State Hospital in Medical Lake began vaccinating its workers at highest risk of exposure to the vaccine. The vaccine is voluntary for their staff. Doses of the Moderna vaccine arrived at the hospital yesterday. Currently, 7 employees at that hospital have COVID-19, and a total of 72 staff members have contracted the virus in the past several months. Meantime, the Spokane Regional Health District reporting 295 new coronavirus cases today. That brings the total to 25,798 cases since the pandemic began. 2 new deaths were also reported. One of the new deaths reported today was someone between the ages of 30 and 39. Currently, 61 people are hospitalized and 72.3% of cases have recovered in the county. Meantime, over in Idaho's 5 northern counties, they're reporting 261 new cases today. That brings the total number there to 16,015 since the pandemic began. 7 new deaths were also reported, and currently 83 people are in the hospital.